This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a testing ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Hello, America, and welcome to the #1 radio station in all of Fort Myers Beach. Beach Talk Radio. Here are your hosts, Kim and Ed Ryan.
And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mr. Waves.
Mr. Waves Island Bar, give it up one more
Yes,
time.
hello, everybody.
There we go, there we go, there we go.
They are too busy drinking the free champagne and enjoying the free hors d'oeuvres. What we're going to do now is we're going to ask everybody to come over and help cut the ribbon, right? Is that how we're doing it? If we could please have folks, go ahead, Daniel.
You're going to have to crank
All
that
right,
up.
everybody. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Welcome to Mr. Waves. If I may ask the mayor of the town of Fort Myers Beach to come over here.
All right, there's the mayor.
Hey, Dan. You ready to use some huge scissors?
All right. We are doing a ribbon cutting here at Mr. Waves, brand new location. Just opened yesterday. I'm going to do it this way. Ooh. I'll fix it. Relax, everybody. Relax. I got you. Oh. Hold on. Don't do it yet. I'll tell you when. Just, oh, this one's too close to that.
You had it just perfect, and then you messed
A little bit higher. Turn it up. There we go. Perfect. Hey, Daniel, do you need to say a few words? Have the mayor say a few words to the crowd there.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm a little under the weather, but hopefully you can hear me. Daniel had asked me if I would come out to this, and I wouldn't pass it up. He's been a good contributor to our community for quite a few years. This is just another of, I'm sure, many endeavors that he and his new lovely wife will be taking us on. So it's nice to see that we have another business back open. This one was from scratch, so it's just goes to show us a lot of hard work and determination gets you back where you were before and even better. So thanks for coming out. Thanks for supporting our local businesses, and let's keep it going.
All right.
Just a couple few words from my side. Thank you so much for everyone coming out tonight. It's been a really long journey. We acquired this property in July, right before the storm. And obviously half of Times Square was laying on top of our roof. And it was a tough year, I guess, for all of us on this island. And I'm super happy that we're finally able to open. And big thanks to Fowler Construction that have realized this project from the building side. Big thanks to Mr. Smitty that helped us with his knowledge about bars and restaurants. Big applause. Come on, guys. There's two special ladies I really want to thank and give all my love to, which is number one over here, Katya Gonzalez. She's right there. Big applause. She joined our team a few months ago, and we couldn't have done it without. And the rock in our team I really have to say this, is Mrs. Lynn Bomarita right over here. If you have a problem, she fixes it. And we had quite a few. So, but we're here tonight and tonight, and let's get to it, right?
All right, where is the ribbon that we're going to be cutting so that we make sure that we get it? Who's going to be the cutter? All right. Dude. I want to miss. Ooh. Are you going to do a countdown, or how do you do this, Jackie? That's one big-ass pair of scissors right there. Hey, wait, your butt's in the way. You got it. Your butts are in the way. Get your butts out of the way. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Take pictures, everybody. Lots of pictures. Oh, we got another one. Wait. Don't cut his. Wait, watch out there. Wow. Very nice. What?
Everybody,
Go ahead.
everybody say hello to Mr. Waves.
Wow, you went all out. You got a mascot, too. Very nice, Daniel. Very nice. All right. Mr. Waves needs help getting up the stairs already. What is he, 80? Now that's a funky looking mascot right there. Very nice. All right. Wow. Okay, so we're going to have Daniel on the show, everybody. So we need Marie to turn the camera around. Marie? We got Mr. Waves, so let's turn the camera around. Daniel, you're going to take a picture, and then we're going to have you on, all right? We're just going to turn it down a little bit. Turn the top down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. All right. Here's your microphone. All right. Well, it is very nice to no, you're good. Well, when he sits down, we might need to turn it a little bit, but we got a nice big crowd here.
Did you have any champagne?
I did not. I'm not a champagne person, but everyone that came in got a free glass of champagne, and there's free hors d'oeuvres.
Yep.
I don't think they're doing this every night, but
No. And I had the shrimp and pineapple with, it definitely had a little bite to it, like a sriracha. It was very, very good.
I don't know what that means,
Very
but that
good.
sounds very delicious.
Well,
So
you should get out more.
you need to back up a little bit. You're a little too close to the
Okay.
table. All right. Well, the mayor's here.
Do I look too big?
I don't know what
Apparently,
that
I
means.
need to go to the gym more.
Oh, wow, Marie. I can't believe you said that about my wife. That was very cruel. So
Now I'm going to have to sit here like this all night.
Tom is on his way. Very nice. Come on, Tom. All right. So the
Okay,
mayor,
I'll just stay like this.
the mayor's here. The vice mayor's here. Councilman John King is here and his wife, and Councilwoman Karen Woodson is here.
Yep.
And Daniel's going to cook. Daniel, come on. Oops. Come on down. And
Can you not, I have to hold my arms stiff now.
I thought I had it pegged down. You know, I got here early, of course, and I had two cameras
Well,
set
and
up.
while he's sitting down, we'll just
Get me out of the picture. What are you doing?
I want to show the large crowd that is here.
Very nice. Oh, good job, Marie. There you go. You can see the big crowd. Such a Mickey Mouse operation.
Wave, everybody!
Such a Mickey Mouse operation. We're doing this with a web camera. That is a nice crowd. And there's an inside too, by the way. There's an inside, so there's a crowd on the inside as well. And there you go, Daniel.
There you go.
Perfect. Very nice job, Daniel. Very nice job.
I'm here.
All right. How you
All
feeling?
right. Feeling good. Feeling relieved that we're finally open, and we had so far we have a great turnout. And
These people
I'm
are
really,
already
really happy.
going at it.
I
mean,
know. I
they're
hope
like
so.
they're totally having a good time tonight. They're getting different
Mr. Waves,
appetites.
come
I
over.
think Mr.
Come in,
Waves has a
Mr. Waves.
visual
Mr.
impairment.
Waves really
Don't
wanna
spill,
come in.
Mr. Waves. Don't spill anything on my equipment. It's very high tech here.
Come in.
See if we can get him in the picture there.
Over here. Come on.
There we go. You're gonna have to kneel down a little bit. There we go. Sit down a little
There
bit.
you go.
All right. Crunch down a little bit. Crunch
Can you
down a little
shrink
bit.
down
There
a
we
little?
go.
There
That's
you
Mr.
go.
Waves.
There you go.
Very nice. All right.
So what a great crowd tonight.
It is. It is. I'm
All right.
really happy about the turnout. I'm really happy about this week. When we sent out the invitations, that everybody really confirmed fairly quickly.
All
and
right. Get out of the
was
camera
super
now.
nice.
Get out of the way. Enough for the freaking mascot, for
You're
Christ's sake.
canceled.
Get your
Well, all right,
wife
move
in
over
here.
a little bit now. I'm getting all crunched in here. There we go. All right. I think I
So
think
you
we're
were
good.
saying you
There
bought
we go.
this
Very
place in
Thank you,
July?
Marie.
Yeah, that's correct.
Wow.
We bought it beginning of July last year. Just a few months before the storm, and we had the plans doing a restaurant and bar type of thing in here. I mean, back then we didn't really know what we're gonna name it, and I mean it's all work in progress.
Right.
It kind of came over the month and over the year, and then I mean, just like for everybody else, hurricane was a big bummer.
But at that time, you also had Sun Palace?
Sun deck.
Sun Deck.
Yeah, it was
Sun
a deck, less a palace. Yeah.
How were you able to get everything approved so quickly? I mean, what was the magic
Well,
right there?
Yeah, that was I mean, first of all, we were fortunate enough to put in our building permits a day before the flood elevation changed.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
So that's why we are able to serve from the ground level.
Yeah.
This is although we have a couple steps, this is considered ground level.
Yeah.
And we put it in the 16th of November in 2022.
Oh, you bought the building before the storm. I didn't know
Correct.
that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
We just said it twice.
I was too busy making sure the camera
Yeah, he
worked
was-
and the
he was too
microphones
much in the
worked.
corner.
And the mascot was throwing me for a loop there. He was
Why?
I don't know. He was just
Yeah, so
scared
I
of
mean,
mascots.
obviously you put in the permits, you go through the standard procedure like every other building or build out, and well, the last 6 weeks pretty much was the most important ones for all the licensing, getting everything approved, and I really again have to thank Fowler because they really supported us in the whole process. Getting through everything, they really know the beach, they know the building department, they know the zoning.
Yeah.
Jason was a big help.
Jason.
How much did
Jason
you
who?
have to
What's that?
change?
You said Jason. Jason who?
Jason, that's a good.
At the town?
Yeah. at the
Okay.
town. Yeah,
Jason
from
Freeman,
zoning.
probably. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jason. Okay.
Smalley.
Is there Smalley? Where's that sound coming from? You have a DJ or something?
You're getting a delay.
Oh yeah. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't try and play that somewhere else. It's not going to come over live. So, Marie, go ahead. You guys keep chatting.
How much did you have to renovate from the inside? Like, how much did you have to change from the previous existing building? It's fine now.
Well, the use of that side of the building before was the t-shirt shop, right?
Right.
And that, I mean, it was pretty much just stands with t-shirts and the bathroom. That was pretty much it. So we had not to rip out that much. I mean, the storm took out what was in there pretty much. I mean, the water was wherever it was. I mean, almost to the roof, to the ceiling. And so not too much, but obviously everything was destroyed. All the electric was destroyed, which
Right.
probably would have come out anyways, and and would have been redone. But in that aspect, we were quite fortunate with the storm and the outcome of it for this building. Not so much with the others, obviously, but actually here, yeah. I mean, this is built super strong. We have two feet of solid concrete.
Solid as
Right.
a rock right here.
So
yeah.
this,
yeah.
I mean, this building,
Thanks, Jackie.
this building's pretty much indestructible.
So the paint job that you have on the outside and on both sides, all three sides, and it's really cool. Who came up with that concept?
Well, the whole concept, funnily enough, in total derived from Senior Frogs without doing advertisement. But Nina and I, we
Wait, what'd you say?
Senior Frogs.
Senior Frogs.
Senior Frogs. It's
What is
it's a
that?
bar and restaurant franchise.
I see.
They had one in Orlando. They had one in Miami, or I'm not sure if they still
It's
have
called
it.
Senior Frogs.
Senior
Yes.
Frogs, yeah.
Have you ever been to a
Yeah.
Senior
So-
Frog?
And we first of all came up with the name Waves because we would think about doing something in remembrance of the hurricane, but then, I mean, not for the
Right,
people
right.
on the island, but in 3 to 5 years, nobody will talk about that hurricane
Right.
anymore, just like we don't talk about hurricanes of 10 years
Charlie.
ago.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to have anything attached to that name. And then waves, it's kind of
Yeah.
little hints.
Beachy.
Yeah.
Little hint about the
When you do
hurricane.
that,
Yeah.
what does that mean? Is
Well,
that
it's
kind
a
of,
little hint.
oh, I see.
you
I
know?
thought it was like a Bewitched thing. Remember
Or a
that
Mary
show?
Tyler Moore thing.
Yeah. So you have you opened yesterday to kind of like a soft thing, testing
pre-opening,
out. How did
soft
that
opening
go? How
kind
did
of
that
thing.
go?
Testing out the staff, little stress test.
Yeah.
We did
How
quite
did
well.
that go?
Yeah,
Good?
we did quite well. We had around 130 people in here overall from 4 to
Nice.
10. And tomorrow we'll be open to the public, 11 till close.
Now, do you have restaurant experience, or is this your first foray into that?
It is my first restaurant. Nina has some experience in the past. I think what's really unique about us too is we're going into ventures, and we are working it until it works.
Right.
Just like we did with the hotels and the vacation rentals before the storm. I never managed hotels before, and it was quite successful until the storm, unfortunately, hit it. But I'm really confident we're going to make this a great success.
Yeah.
And we're all gonna have a good time
So
here.
tell people about the menu. Tell people about the menu.
Yeah, we have a limited menu as of right now. We have 10 items as of right now. We have a couple like smaller items just for a snack. We have a couple items that are bigger, like a flatbread. We have a lot of shrimp items. So a nice variety of all different kind of things. I can only encourage everyone to try it out.
What are you doing
Well, I
here?
had the-
Why do you keep? Why do you?
That's better. That's better. You couldn't. Nobody could hear anything.
Nobody's listening to the show.
I think that they're listening.
Oh, sorry. I
Well,
was
the
like,
people online
they're
are,
too
right?
busy drinking and eating. So I'm turning down the volume, and she's playing with buttons she's never
No.
touched before. She doesn't know what any of them do.
What did you turn up?
I turned up number 4.
Oh, all right. No, I had the shrimp. It's got a bite to it. What is in that with the shrimp and the pineapple? Is it
It's a
sriracha?
It's a mango habanero sauce.
Habanero,
Right.
yes. You should try that because you
What was it?
Habanero sauce. You fancy yourself as being able to take all the
I can.
spicy
I can take
stuff.
So what we
spices.
really tried is stay away from the typical bar food. I mean, the name Mr. Waves, it's sea related, beach related. Obviously, we're on a beach, so we try to work with a lot of shrimp, with a lot of freshness. We have
When you say you try to work with a lot of shrimp, what does that mean?
Try to
we're
build a
Shrimp
lot of-
Island,
Yeah.
so why not offer some shrimp?
Where do you
Right.
get your shrimp from?
What's that?
Where do you get your shrimp from?
So far, the shrimps are not from our shrimp boats here, but we're looking forward to changing that up the moment we can.
Yeah, I think they're up. Are they back up and running now? I mean, they took a big hit over there, but yeah, that would be great too.
Yeah, that's our goal for sure, to support the local vendors. Yeah, just like with the produce. I mean, there's so much great vegetables growing here around in this area, and we really want to incorporate that.
And it's
into
a
our
great
menus.
people watching spot
Yeah.
for
Oh,
people
yeah.
For
coming
sure.
over the bridge, going by. Yeah.
That's the
100%.
that's the ideal outside seating. You can see the bridge, and you can see Margaritaville, and you can see all the idiots that are going to come down over the bridge and crash into that middle thing there.
Well, we witnessed the last couple of weeks. We witnessed a few quite almost accidents.
Well,
yeah.
there was one at least a couple of weeks ago where they took out the whole.
Yeah,
the whole,
it's just people are too. People, I don't know. People are drunk. They're just going too fast. I mean, what do I know?
or both.
Or both.
Yeah. So full bar, full.
Yeah, we just signed the NFL, the Comcast NFL package. It's not every and all games, but the most important ones. So come around and check it out.
So
And are you going to be open 7 days a week? How late? What are your hours going to be?
Yeah, so right now we're opening at from tomorrow on. We're opening at 11 a.m. and open till close. Typically, we're allowed to open till 2. We're not going to be open till 2.
right.
In between 10 and 12, we're going to close. It really depends on how huge the crowd is, if it makes sense for us, obviously, economically. And but pretty much all day, every day,
So you-
365.
You picked a perfect time to open. I mean, the beach is busy right now. It
Well,
really
the beach
is.
has been busy the last month already. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy how many people are. I see it every day now. The last weeks when I'm here in the morning, how many people are coming to the beach, and we really wanted to open before Thanksgiving because a lot of people will leave the island.
Yeah.
Right.
I know a lot of tourists will come too, but I really want to have an event with the town council and
Yeah.
all the other important people that help with this project. So this.
Now
this
I know
worked
you
out
were
great.
looking for staff. Are you fully staffed? Are you still looking
Holy
for
Christmas!
people?
You should have saw. It was like a football team out here before everyone got here. It was like 30 people.
Yeah, so we're still looking for staff. Just like any other business, you start with X amount of people, and some show up and some don't.
Right.
Yep.
Some are good and some are better.
Right. I
And-
feel the same way about co-hosts. Some are good, some are better. And
Shut up.
And we're still looking. So just write us an email, management@mrwavesislandbar.com, or just come around and
Yeah.
check it
Yeah.
out.
now you have a full bar. That's what I asked before. A full
Yeah.
bar. You have the full bar, everything.
Oh yeah. We're under the 4COP license right now. So we have a kitchen and we have a full bar from beer, seltzer, over all hard liquors you can think of. Yeah.
And you said you have the football, part of the football package, and you have how many TVs around? Because you've
Quite a
got
few.
them
we got 12
every
TVs,
day.
12
Wow.
TVs, and we can individually change the channel. So
Oh, okay. That's
if the
good.
game is on, you can watch it here.
Nice.
Well,
All right.
that'll be good.
Daniel-
People are interested in that.
We'll let you mingle around and then have you on after if
All right.
that works out for you. I know you want to say hello to everybody, so feel free to walk around. We got a couple other people that we
For sure,
invited
yeah.
to talk to. So
Why
Absolutely.
are you telling him to feel free to walk around his
yeah,
own
f-
place?
Feel free to walk around
That's really
and
nice
make
of you,
yourself at
Ann.
home.
Thank you.
So nice of you to say that.
Daniel
Yeah.
Clarkson, everybody. He'll be back toward the end of the show.
Thank you.
So thank you
Thank you.
for
I
inviting
know.
us, by the way. So Vice Mayor's taking pictures. He's gonna want me to autograph it after he prints that thing out. So all
Thank
right,
you.
Daniel, thank you. All right, well, yeah, look at that. What a nice crowd. Yeah, this is a nice spot right here.
It is.
Really
It
is
was,
a nice
it's
spot.
really packed. So if you're in the area, please come on down. Come by, stop, say hello to us, stop in, have some appetizers, get a drink, enjoy the environment. So happy that another business has opened on the beach.
Can I tell you a funny story? You might not like the
You can tell me. I don't know if I'll listen.
you might not
but-
like the entire story, but I'm going to tell you. So I love Walmart. Despite what happened with the gift cards, I love Walmart. I like to go to Walmart at 6 o'clock in the morning because nobody's there at 6 o'clock. They open at 6. I'm there with my shopping cart, and me and 5 other guys.
Why are you there at 6?
Because because it opens at 6. So I like to get there early. I don't like to mingle with the crazy people that go to Walmart in the afternoon. Well, today was a little bit of a different day.
I got to get that hookup.
Yeah. For your bike, yeah.
I know.
So today was a little bit of a different day. I went to Walmart on the way here because we needed water, we needed, Monster, needed a few things. So I had plenty of time.
Yeah.
Because my 3 o'clock meeting got canceled. So I had plenty of time. So I'm taking my time.
Wait a minute. You had a 3 o'clock meeting?
I was supposed to have a meeting with Pastor Sean,
okay.
and he had to move it to next week because we're working on a Christmas
You
thing.
make it sound like you're so busy in the corporate
Wow.
world here.
I did go to the gym at 12 o'clock and kind of took my time, and then I came down. He took a shower. I
Okay,
came
go
down here.
ahead with your story.
So, by the way, tomorrow after the show, we are doing a quickie fundraiser tomorrow, and
what?
a quickie fundraiser on
I
Facebook.
thought you said a cookie.
It's going to be in coordination with FMB Strong, and it's going to be. You're only allowed to donate $20 tomorrow, so you have to be on the Facebook if you want to be part of that. It's gonna be for pumpkin pie. We're buying pumpkin pie. Damn it,
Do you like pumpkin pie?
I'm not a pie person, so. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Look at that gizmo, dear. He's got
I
it though.
know.
He's got two
the
phones.
whole thing.
Is that 2 phones? No,
no,
that's
no, he's got
that's
a light.
thing.
Yeah.
Dear,
yeah.
steal it. Go put it in my car.
No,
Like, take the thing now.
We can
I mean,
get
it's
one
perfect.
of those. I know.
It's a perfect kind of thing.
Yeah.
We gotta figure out where he got it. So I bet you thought I lost my place, but I didn't. So I went to Walmart this afternoon, and I'm taking my time. I went down the aisle to get the water. I went down the aisle to get the monster, and I wanted to get those peppers, like those peppers we both love. What are those peppers? Those little yellow things.
Yeah.
What are
yeah,
they?
Yeah. The sweet peppers.
The sweet peppers.
Yeah.
So I go down the sweet pepper aisle, and there's a couple of older people, like, they don't give a crap what you're doing. So they put the cart on one side, and the two of them are blocking the lane. Like, they're just blocking the lane. They're looking at the peppers. They're right in front of my peppers. And I'm like, all right, I'm not in a rush. I'm going to take my time. I'm just going to stand here and wait. So I'm waiting right behind them. They can't see me or anything. I mean, they're up in age. And the two of them are standing there looking at the peppers, and the guy just starts unloading, breaking wind, like nonstop. Like it's natural. She didn't say anything. They didn't turn around and say to me, excuse me, nothing like that. So, I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. I'm just standing downwind in the Walmart of this whole thing. I kind of back up,
Every week.
do a U-turn. Now I'm heading out. I'm getting the hell out of that lane. I don't know what's going to happen to that lane. So I kind of take my time. I went around the other way because I wanted the peppers. Now I'm coming the other way, right? And here they come. Now I'm worried I'm going to catch his afterflow coming at me the other way. So it's like I am never going to Walmart again in the afternoon. I'm only going at 6
This
o'clock.
is the only story you can come up with. This is your content that you bring to the show is that.
That only happens to me. But dear, I mean, you think that they would notice? It's Walmart at 2 o'clock. You think the guy would notice that there's hundreds of people in the place? Why am I the only one that has to put up with that?
So we
stuff?
have these great license plates for sale.
Wait.
Which is way more exciting to talk
No.
about than
No.
people's flatulence in Walmart. But hey,
Christy thought it was funny. Christy's in
Hey.
town, by the way. We're going to
I
see her
know
tomorrow.
it's been a long time since we've seen
Yeah.
those guys.
So, look at that! And people are asking if you want to drink. No, I think Jennifer is here. Jennifer from Sandcap Foundation. Oh, that thing just went down.
We did not do it.
Is Jennifer here? Did you see? I wanted to talk to her about the calendars. Jennifer, she's got to be here somewhere. She brought Jennifer from the Sandcap Foundation.
Take
brought
that
these
around and say,
calendars.
"Who
And
owns it?"
I'm looking for Jennifer. Is Jennifer in the house? By the way, everybody, thank you for sending in all your pictures. There's way too many to pick from. We're putting together. I don't know if I told you this.
No.
But we're putting together a 2024 calendar.
Oh, it's not good.
And what? What's not good?
My arms.
What happened to your arms?
I'm all paranoid now.
Now you're paranoid because of
Yeah.
what Marie said to you. And all of your pictures of the pier and of the sunset and of the different places that were around before the storm. There's way too many to pick from. I think we're going to wind up having four pictures on each page. So that's going to be fun. So if you haven't heard yet, as of December the 9th, we're moving our Saturday show to Margaritaville, right across the street. Actually, you can see it from here. You see that green building? That's where we're going to be. We're going to be at the License to Chill restaurant and bar. And the
Right over there.
backdrop for the
It's
show
that way.
is going
Marie,
to be.
it's that way.
It's that way.
It's that way.
The backdrop for the show is going to be the Gulf of Mexico. And they have breakfast starting at 7 o'clock. And we are backing the show up until 10 o'clock. And then the Sunday, we're still going to be at Wahoo Willie's. The Sunday show is going to be Sunday brunch with the mayor. And that's going to be at 11 o'clock starting December the 10th. So anyway, if you saw the newsletter today, you probably saw that we promoted the Sanibel Captiva calendar. Now, this is kind of a cool calendar because
Well,
it's
if
got...
you look on the back,
What?
they have all of the different ones, so you can see all of the different months back there.
Very
Those
cool.
are really, really cute.
There's an artist that did all these pictures, and it's to raise money for
Terry?
the foundation. Yep, Terry is his name, Terry Gardner, and he did a really nice job. So if you go on our website, you can see where you can order those things. I think they're $30. Marie, will you ask the vice mayor to come over? He's the man with the glasses, Jim Adderholt. We're going to talk to Jim. Jim was big in the news today. Ladies and gentlemen, the vice mayor of Fort Myers Beach is joining us.
Hello, good to see you.
Yeah.
We haven't had you on the show for a while, but today is a perfect
I
day
know.
because
Wow,
you were
it
like
has been a while.
the highlight of our newsletter
Well,
today.
I didn't realize that you were going to highlight my little speech the other day. I didn't think anybody was watching. It's very nice of you to bring that issue to the attention of the residents. So
Yeah.
we got a lot of good comments, a lot of good feedback, and I think it was a really good discussion. What I put forward was just some suggestions, and it's not the final draft, and we welcome people's input, and hopefully we'll come up with some ideas to really figure out ways to improve the island.
Yeah, for folks that don't know what we're talking about, in our newsletter today and on our website, there's a story about the what were we calling them? We're calling
Public
them
benefit.
public benefits that a developer might bring to the town. If they can't build something by right, they might ask for something extra, and they have to provide something to the town. It's all a
How
negotiation
about free
and a discussion.
kayaking?
Free kayaking, really interesting.
kayaking.
That wasn't
That's
on
a
your
good-
list, Jim.
No,
Damn
it
it.
has to have a facility that's close to a kayak. You know, so in other words, you can't make an entity or encourage or partner with an entity to do something off their property. It has to be related to the property. So at the Mound House, of course, that's a nice.
Oh,
that's a nice
that is
amenity.
nice. Yeah.
But the idea would be there are certain locations on this island, Red Coconut, the Outrigger, etc. that are going to need some flexibility and some concessions, and in return for that, there's opportunities for them to help the town and the residents by offering things that the public might need, which is again the general term public benefit. But we talked about maybe 20 of them the other day at one of our council meetings.
Yeah.
And you were kind to highlight it so we can have a nice public discussion about it.
Well, for the folks that didn't hear that, what are some of the public benefits? What are some of the examples besides my kayaking launch?
Well, one of the things, a lot of the examples were related to traffic mitigation, traffic congestion mitigation. So we came up with this thing called a DRAC, a don't rent a car incentive, where a hotel, if you stay over 3 days at a hotel, and you take an Uber from the hotel or a car service from the airport to the hotel, you'd get a $50 credit off your bill. Again, not trying to punish people who rent a car, but to try to incentivize people not to rent a car.
Right.
Because there's certain parts of this island, when you get here, you really don't need a car.
Right.
And so trying to do things like that to reduce traffic congestion on the island, or at a minimum, not make it any worse. So that would be an example, creating a situation where we encourage more use of bikes, maybe a path to the beach, a beach access, maybe a pocket park. There's all kinds of
A
things.
pocket park.
Are these little tiny little parks that are in urban areas that just become a public park that people can utilize just to get a little green space, so it's just not all development. And quite frankly, a lot of these things merge nicely with what the developer's doing because it increases the guest experience as well. There's some folks like the Red Coconut folks, I think they're going to be interested in moving their property back off of Stero so it doesn't have this canyon effect like we see along
Right.
Hickory going to Bonita. And so that's a public benefit. And in return for that, maybe they don't build as much on the beach side of the Red Coconut to leave that more open for the public. But in return for that, my guess is they're going to ask for a little more height for some of the buildings that are set back that wouldn't bother anybody. And so these are the kind of negotiations that'll go on where, again, I think the town needs to be proactive, but we need to be flexible. We need to be reasonable. These are businesses that are going through a tough time. It's tough to get financing, tough to get insurance.
Jim, how does the flexibility that you talk about that you listed there, and you came more prepared than anybody else did at that meeting, how do you see that flexibility fitting into the way some people feel about the comprehensive plan?
Well, again, the comprehensive plan allows for these kind of negotiated settlements through the CPD process, very similar to what Margaritaville went through. And quite frankly, Tom's here tonight. He could give you a list of maybe 20 examples of concessions he made to the town. He donated land for a parking lot. He created the pedestrian walkover that's been so helpful for and will be helpful for traffic congestion. He gave other pieces of land. He has in the walkover, which I hope a lot of people use, the pedestrian walkover at Margaritaville. He installed public restrooms. I mean, that's unheard of. And so, I mean, those are the kind of nice amenities for our community that we can encourage other developers to do. So it's not just a one-way street. It's a symbiotic relationship between the town and the developer. And these would be friendly conversations. And hopefully I think a lot of things that Tom did for Margaritaville actually benefit his own guest experience as well.
Right.
Because a lot of people from the public will be utilizing those restaurants and shops, and he makes it very user-friendly for the residents to come up. Plus, he's offered a nice resident discount, which I think you're going to be talking about in your newsletter. But I mean, that's another public benefit, offering residents, maybe even during off-season, to encourage people to utilize the facilities, some kind of a discount. So it's a wide variety of things, even putting in a public drinking fountain where everybody can utilize it. These are lit for smaller shops. I mean, obviously the little developments can't do the same that a big development can do, and they wouldn't be expected to do. So these are the kind of conversations we're having just to send a kind of a signal to the developers. These are the kind of things that Fort Myers Beach might be looking for. And again, a mutually beneficial situation.
It seems
You
like
know, getting those spots where you can get sunscreen, like the water, the filtered water and sunscreen, like at the stadiums, where if you forget your sunscreen, they have like stations where you can go up, sort of like you would get hand sanitizer, get a couple of pumps of sunscreen, which would be really great to keep people safe from getting skin cancer. I mean, that would be a nice public benefit.
It's funny, in Indiana, in southern Indiana, they have a place called Holiday World, and they give free soda and free sunscreen to everybody all day long, and it enhances the guest experience. Nobody gets sunburned, and everybody wins. It's one of those win-win situations.
Yeah, if you stay hydrated with sunscreen, you can go a lot longer.
That's right.
it seemed like the biggest concern that people have is traffic.
No
Can
question.
you really address the traffic situation in a way that will?
Absolutely, we can address the traffic
You believe
situation.
it. You believe it.
I will not sit here and say there's nothing we can do about traffic. At a minimum, we can make sure that these newer developments don't make the traffic situation worse. So I think one of the big pieces of the puzzle is the new water ferry that's being discussed. We're going to have, I think, a very successful water ferry model, private sector based. And I think they've seen enough other communities where it's become profitable to run a water ferry. And so it's not some big government plan or government program that's heavily subsidized. They can make money running a water ferry. So we're envisioning stops at Fishtail Marina, Snookbite Marina, Moss Marina, maybe at the Mound House as well, maybe at Lover's Key, maybe over at San Carlos Island a little bit. Maybe every 45 minutes it'll make a stop. You could buy an annual pass, you could buy a day pass, and you can reserve this thing, and you can have a nice cool beverage and watch the sun go down, go to your favorite restaurant. Because people forget on the south end during season, because of the traffic, they rarely go north to support our local business on the north end. And they're going to Bonita and Naples and spending all kinds of money at their restaurants, where if you could take a boat from the south end to the north end, enjoy all the shopping and restaurants, it's great economic development. It's good quality of life for the people on the south end. It helps on traffic. Again, will it solve the traffic problem? No, but it will help mitigate increased traffic problems. And those are the challenges that we've got to face.
First thing is Paul and Lana say hi. Paul and
Lana are from Indiana, from
Okay.
Orleans, Indiana.
Nice.
They're huge fans of you guys, huge fans. And they have this tiny little town in Indiana. It's a beautiful community, and they live in our condo building. Great people, great
Yeah,
Americans.
because you guys just moved, right?
We did just move. Unfortunately, our condo building is facing the same struggles that everybody else is on the island. Insurance challenges, number one. We can't fund our subcontractors, our contractors. And so the whole opening has been delayed for months. And unlike many people in our building, Brenda and I live down here year round. So we were renting a place for the last year. And of course, you're going into season trying to find a place to rent, very difficult. So we bought a place in Waterside, sold our condo. We were very fortunate to be able to make the transition. And it's, for the last 4 weeks, we've had actually a semblance of normalcy in our lives. And it's been good. It's been good. We're very blessed.
Well, good. That is good.
The other the traffic light at Crescent was turned on the last 2 days.
I understand it's on officially now. It was blinking before. That's a county stoplight,
Okay.
a traffic light. But I think it's working now, and I think it's better. We came down from the south end.
All right.
There was traffic, but it was moving traffic.
Okay.
You always get nervous when the traffic stops.
Right.
But there was no complete stop coming down today for this event. So I'm hopefully that traffic signal will get coordinated in a way that doesn't present any problems.
Well, there are going to be more traffic lights. I'm guessing they're going to turn this one back on. That's off, and we know there's going to be one. I think one here, one on the other side of the bridge. So there's going to be like four.
Longer term. That's the county and the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, when is that? I mean, that's
That's been delayed
Way
because of the
down.
storm, and that's a state and county project. But the town tried to eliminate some of those stoplights.
Yeah.
I was encouraging another pedestrian walkover between Times Square over to Margaritaville. Hopefully, that's still a possibility. But the foot of the bridge project, which will be quite revolutionary, that's been put off for a few months, but it's still fully funded and it's coming.
I mean, Las Vegas,
need
it
to
works
put in a
perfectly.
big,
Nobody
like-
walks across the street in Las Vegas.
I
I,
know,
mean, if
but
we can only make it work that
In
way.
the interim, like a big, like air balloon thing that's going to repel the cars that come down and smash into there,
What are you
because
talking
that's
about?
a real problem.
That's a very dangerous turn, and I think
Yeah.
we're going to keep that guard up there to make sure that does not become a problem. But this whole area at the foot of the bridge is going to be really, you won't even recognize it when it's done. Hopefully a lot of vegetation. Hopefully we'll channel pedestrians to cross on the crosswalk as opposed to crossing illegally, which slows traffic. And again, somebody just mentioned the obvious. We talked a lot about this before the hurricane. When we have our traffic officers here and folks patrolling for traffic and helping traffic, one of the things that they've learned over the years is you don't stop traffic for every individual.
Right.
Yeah,
That
you
gotta
wait
let
for
them
a group
pack
of people
up.
to
Yeah.
gather,
Pack up.
and then you allow them to cross. And I think we had somebody just the other day who was new, who was crossing every individual person,
Oh, boy.
and that was slowing traffic down too.
Gotcha.
So these are all challenges, but they're solvable challenges.
I remember back when during the storm, there was a gentleman on the other side of the bridge that was directing traffic, and he had a smile on his
Yeah.
face, and he was doing the dance, and
It's an art form.
it
really
is an
Yeah.
art form, and that's what you want.
And they make a
at
big
the
difference.
base of
Yeah,
Br-
if they're
oh,
good,
yeah.
they have a smile on their face. They know what they're doing. And we really need, especially if we utilize community policing, which I hope
Yeah.
we do in the future. I think during rush hour, the community police officers ought to be part of this team, helping direct traffic and keeping traffic moving.
Because a smiling face
Yeah.
when you're sitting there in traffic can really just bring it all down. You
Well,
know,
and community policing will allow us to get to know the officers on the island. They'll
Yep.
be permanently assigned to the island. You'll build a relationship. And then if there's problems, you can give them a heads up and they can solve
Yeah.
them pretty quickly.
So, Jim, next week at the LPA, we're going to see our first major rebuild project from the Whale coming before the LPA. You've seen the picture. What do you think?
I'm very excited about the Whale. I think what they're asking for is very reasonable. And again, these early entrants coming back from Fort Myers Beach, I think that in and of itself is a public benefit. If you're coming back early and you're energizing the restoration of Fort Myers Beach, I think that's part of the puzzle. And these entities that have come out early, aggressively, at some risk, I'm sure, to themselves financially, I think that's a consideration as well. But I think the institutions like the Whale and the Cottage, that's a quality of life issue.
Iconic, yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah.
And if anything we can do to help them, I've not seen the specifics of what they're asking for, but what I've read is that they're relatively modest and reasonable, and hopefully we can get that through as soon as possible.
And then they have such a small, weird shaped lot
Yeah.
to rebuild something. They really can't provide much public benefit.
And that's right. And it's more of it's not so much public benefit for them because they're early, they're smaller, and quite frankly, just their return. And I was talking to some
Helps.
folks the other day. The small hotels, just if a mom and pop boutique hotel comes back and it's got character and it has a history on the island, that in and of itself is a public benefit because that's the what people want to see.
that's
in
what
Fort Myers
everybody
Beach.
talks
They
about.
want the mom
right.
and pops, and they
Right.
want the history, and the Whale provides that long history. And again, what they're doing is first class. I mean, it's going to
yeah.
be. It's going to be
Oh,
really
yeah.
nice. When I say first class, I don't mean like super expensive. It's just going to be really nice. It's well
Right.
designed, and obviously they put a lot of thought into it.
So before the storm, they had 18 parking spots, but when the building is gone, apparently the new code requires them to have 51. I don't know how that works, but
Yeah, the parking requirements for the island, I think that's something that both the LPA and the council need to look at because, there's certain areas, if an entity does a real good job of providing other forms of transportation, should they have the same parking requirements as somebody who doesn't? I think we need to be more forward thinking on the parking requirements. And that's why I think what the Whale is asking for, particularly given their situation and their history, seems like a reasonable ask.
and they're right in a spot where there's so many paid parking spots across the street, within
Well,
walking
and
distance.
it's
Within
very busy there. I mean, to have them provide 51 spots is going to encourage even more traffic, and that's exactly what you're trying not to do.
That's a great point, Kim, because not a great question, great point.
Thank you.
Because if you had all those parking spots at the Whale, do you want those people entering Estero Boulevard and exiting Estero Boulevard
it's,
right there?
it's too busy.
It would slow
yeah,
traffic
yeah,
down.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great point. And so all those things will be considered, but I think what the whale is asking for, again, I've not got into the granular details, but it appears to be reasonable. And again, it helps jumpstart our island.
Maybe like 25 bike spots for bicycles. And
rentals,
encourage,
I think that's great. I think you're going to see, I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, but I think you're going to see Margaritaville, Pig Shell, Diamond Head with these beautiful rental bikes that are going to be coming out. Very impressive. You see it in large cities. It works very well. And I think that could really help, I think, give a boost to the alternative forms of transportation.
Well, and we saw some people, it looked like they were their private those stand-on scooter things that you see like in Nashville where you can rent it, drive wherever, you drop it off, the next person is able to rent it. Those are a lot of options.
Now, Kim, I'm with Ed on this. The motorized bikes, you ought to be able to pedal your bike.
That's right.
Come on, that's good exercise, good for your health.
But you've been on those scooter things, the little stand-up scooter things.
Okay, dear. So
Hey.
just one last thing on the whale. To me, that's the kind of restaurant in a spot where there really should be no parking. Like they should encourage people to pay for parking at Norm's or pay for parking at Wasting Away, and then you know where the parking is. It just takes away another egress from that spot. There are so many in that area, which slows down traffic.
And yeah, when you have people entering traffic at Estero at that location, it creates challenges on Estero. So I think that's an excellent point. And I think the LP and the council will consider that.
So
you need like they have at Disney, the whole tram that goes
people
over.
mover.
Yeah, the people mover.
what else do you see coming up that people should keep an eye on that maybe they haven't heard about?
Well, I just met the other day with the folks from the Outrigger. They've got a really interesting proposal they're working on. They're in the very early stages, but they're very serious about making the Outrigger, respecting the history, but at the same time, making it a really interesting array of amenities for the public, for residents, and obviously for a hotel and for potential condos as well. So I don't want to steal their thunder, but very impressive presentation. I think there'll be a lot of back and forth. They're looking forward to meeting the neighbors in the neighborhood and making sure they address their concerns. And they want to unroll it in a way that makes sure that the public has tremendous input. But I think they're doing a great job. I met with the folks from the Red Coconut the other day that own the Red Coconut, the new owners at Seagate. They've got some really interesting ideas. And again, back to this public benefit issue, they're interested in not building on the beach as much because they want to leave that open for the public view corridors and keep it nice. Now they may build a little bit.
That's a huge public benefit.
But also when they build on the other side of Red Coconut, if they set those buildings back from Estero further and they're a little bit taller, that won't be as intrusive to their neighbors or to that canyon effect that people don't like, as you're heading over to Bonita Springs. So they're thinking outside the box. I met with some people that are considering buying the property south of the Red Coconut. That's 4.5 additional acres that are looking at some kind of a small mercado concept with a lot of really interesting retail and a little hotel there. And so, I mean, a lot of people there's a lot of ideas. The free market is working. Capital, the finance markets are really tough right now. But most of the developers, which I'm so encouraged by, are local Southwest Florida developers. You're not seeing out of state or foreign capital come in because you don't need it. You got people in Southwest Florida who are investing in Fort Myers Beach, who have a reputation they want to maintain, who are engaged in the community. And I think that's very encouraging for our island.
When you say south of Red Coconut, which property was it?
It's a Gulf colony. Yeah,
I understood that was under contract. Is it?
I think they're in negotiations as we speak.
Okay, gotcha.
But the idea, I mean, they're trying to kind of take the temperature of the town at this point. But the idea is very, very interesting and very intriguing because one of our challenges, and everybody who lives on the island knows this, that we've got 2 shopping centers on the island on the North and Mid Island range that are owned by it's a very volatile situation. I'll try to be kind, but both Seagrape and Key Estero. And there's so many opportunities there for small businesses to come back to the island, get your haircut, a florist, a dentist. I mean, all the key services we need. And because of the volatility of that ownership, there's not a lot of places for small businesses to come back to the island and have space. So that's another thing that we ought to encourage as part of our public benefit. Any entity that allows some retail space for small businesses to restart on Fort Myers Beach, services that we can use without having to go off the island, I think it could be wonderful. So much on the table. I think most of it is very positive. I'm very optimistic about the future of the island, but things are happening.
Have you heard anything new on 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven was waiting on one final permit to be approved. I think they're very close. And once that happens, I was told 4 to 6 weeks. So My hope is that they'll be open at the end of the year. This is the southernmost 7-Eleven, and this would be one that would have gasoline for the island. So
Is that one down by the Wyndham?
right across from Santini Plaza?
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you took my next question right out of my mouth. What's going on with Santini Plaza?
Plaza, they're so close. I've been working with Florida Power and Light, and they are now fully energized. All the
Nice to
transformers
see
have
you.
been repaired. That was a huge lift. And now they have one additional permit application that's at the fire department or on the way to the fire department. I was just talking to Jackie Lisek, who's on the fire board, and they're looking for it. And once that permit gets turned around, the owner of the Santini Plaza should be able to turn the keys over to all the individual businesses who have varying degrees of work to do on their stores. Some will have to put in drywall, restaurants will have to put in the equipment. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. So my hope is we've got enough time where hopefully a number of those businesses will be able to open at least mid-season and still be able to reap some of the benefits of season before we go off season. But some of the other small businesses, it might be a challenge to open this season.
Sure.
But it's really close. And let's not forget CVS on December 15th.
I was going to ask you
will
about
be
that.
open,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they've done a great job of restoring their store. It's beautiful, and they're on the timeline to open on the 15th, so they're doing a great job.
What do you think so far of the season? I mean, it seems busy this weekend.
The people love Fort Myers
I
Beach,
know.
and it's exciting. And I even right after the hurricane, as you guys know, people were flocking to Times Square.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of the people were looking loose, but some people were coming here to really enjoy the island. So, I mean, this place is a magnet, and it's an attraction. And from an economic development standpoint, it's so wonderful. In Indiana, we used to have to provide all these incentives for companies to come and create jobs here. Boy, in Fort Myers Beach, they're just pouring in, and they're
Yeah,
like, how can we help? Yeah.
The incentive is right behind
The
us
incentive
with
is
that
right- that's
beautiful
exact- well,
sunset
very well
and
said.
the beautiful Gulf of Mexico.
Very
so
well said.
What kind of impact do you think Margaritaville is going to have on Fort Myers Beach when it opens next
I
month?
think Margaritaville has already had an impact post-Ian. Just having that anchor here has been an encouragement to other investors, small businesses in this area, knowing that they're going to be open very soon. I think has been a real, it's been a lift to
Like a
almost all
shot
these,
in the
a
arm,
real
yeah.
shot in the arm, but also almost an insurance policy to all these small businesses down in the Times Square area and Old San Carlos, just knowing that that anchor is going to be open soon, and all the business that's going to throw off as a result of all the people going to Margaritaville. I just think it's been not just a beacon of hope, but also an anchor of stability as we do our rebuild.
And that whole top area up there is open to the public. The License to Chill bar and the restaurant and the coffee
Open to
shop.
the
They're
public.
open at 6.
All the restaurants are open to the public, and it'll be a beautiful area to watch the sunset. I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll have all kinds of activities, and I think they're really encouraging the public to be part of that and to
Yeah.
enjoy all those amenities.
And
be a
when,
great place to get married or
Yeah.
remarried.
Yeah. and when we
And they've got plenty of parking there too. And and of course, as you know from your tours, it's valet parking. So you just drop your car off.
Yep.
And you
Right.
can't go back to your car because it's secure, it's safe, it's in the shade, it's very nice. And so you just come and get your car and you leave. And so it's pretty slick.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing a recorded walk around tomorrow with Tom Torgerson and David Cesario, and they're going to give all the details out on the discount for the local residents. And the thing about the discount, Jim, is who does that? I mean, nobody does that. I mean, no
Well-
major hotel does that for the local residents. So
Nobody does that. And, but I hearken back, right after the storm. Here's Tom at the school board meeting, almost in tears, making a plea to keep the school open
Yeah.
on Fort Myers Beach. To have a local owner who lives on the beach and does things like that to support the local community. His wife Mary's heavily involved in all the charities that support the beach. So, I mean, that kind of local involvement, and that's why I'm so encouraged by a lot of the investment dollars that are coming in. And a lot of the companies are Southwest Florida, they're very engaged in the community,
Right.
and they're local, and they get it, and they want to do right.
Yeah,
So
their steadfast support of this community and staying the course with building this beautiful resort
yeah,
is
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
really
that
unbelievable.
during the first show when we go over there on December the 9th.
And I just talked to Tom, and I think they're going to open sooner rather than
Yeah.
later.
Yep.
And it's a pretty aggressive schedule. So I'm in awe that they're moving as quickly as they are. So,
Anything else, Jim? You want
Did
anybody
we
to know?
miss anything?
Did we miss anything?
boy, I talk so fast, I feel like I'm an auctioneer. But no, I think we're in great shape. I just encourage people to stay involved in the process. A lot of people have been attending the meetings. Obviously, you guys really help by broadcasting our meetings. And I think just stay engaged. If you want to weigh in, there is a there's a cynicism in politics nationwide, but I do think I hope we've demonstrated as a council when the public does react to things that we listen and we respond and we respond accordingly. So, and we talk about some of these larger developments. There's been a couple proposed already that you've been nice enough to highlight on your shows and interview and give the public all the information. And the public has responded that that's too much. We don't want it.
Right.
And so a lot of those entities will probably come back with a different plan. So I guess my message is that we are listening. And if the input is pretty dramatic on a particular development, pro or con, it does have an impact. So encourage people to stay engaged, stay involved, and can communicate your concerns because it does make a difference.
Do you think we'll see Moss Marina come back?
Boy, I really hope so. I mean, I hope it comes back in a little bit more modest form. I think they're revising their strategy.
Okay.
But I honestly don't know. I really hope they do. I think their concept is wonderful. I think if they could just be a little bit more modest, I think it could help a lot. And I think if it was a little bit more modest, I think it could move through the process.
Yeah. That whole side of the beach with Bayside Park back and Nervous Nellie's getting close to opening and Wahoo Willie's a snug harbor and Root Shrimp and everything has really been a magnet for people.
And that old San Carlos will be like a
Yep.
a highly energized space with people going back and forth, and those shops are going to prosper. Those restaurants are going to prosper. And I mean, this whole area, again, we just have to be thoughtful how we do it so we can manage the traffic congestion at a minimum, not make it worse. And we can think outside the box a little bit about how we solve some of these challenges. And I just hope people keep an open mind. Some of the ideas I throw out might be crazy, but some might stick and some might make sense. But let's have that public dialogue and have that feedback. And if people have ideas, please know that they're welcomed and the council is receptive to hearing them.
How long do you think it'll take for Times Square to something to coalesce there for a plan?
Well, I think it's a little more challenging because you just have so many different owners.
Yeah.
And they have so many different, they're all in different insurance situations, life situations, and they all have different visions for what they want for Times Square. My hope is, and I'm so happy you're having Commissioner Hammond on your show on Saturday. I love some of the work that's been done on the pier and just pushing that idea to at least discuss it. Let's have a real discussion about the pier. And I know Commissioner Hammond loves Fort Myers Beach.
Yes, he does.
And I hope he can figure out a way. He's a doer, and I'm hoping he, in conjunction with our county commissioner, Ray Sandelli, I hope they can figure out a way to energize that process, think outside the box, and be a little bit more aggressive on the pier and the rebuild. The plaza, I understand that's going to have a lot more discussion, but I think everybody knows we got to do that pier. And I think the folks at Let's Go FMB have put forth a really interesting proposal, and we ought to take it seriously.
Wow. We got some night lights here. I was thinking it was too bright for a second. We've never had lights that bright.
I think that's a message to me to get off the microphone.
Last question. Are you training for the race?
You know, I joke around a lot, but the two races that you've had thus far this year, you know, especially all the insanity going on in the hurricane, it's been such a great motivator to stay in shape.
Yep.
Just the fear of knowing that it's coming. And both Brenda and I are training for the
Oh,
beers.
good,
Now
good,
we haven't
yeah.
registered yet. That's my bad, but we will.
No.
And we're both going to be involved. And I encourage people. You always call it a run, but I always encourage people. There's just so many walkers on Fort
Yep.
Myers Beach.
Yeah.
If you're a walker, sign up for this race. Help a great cause. I think this one's the women's club, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is women's club.
I think this is gonna be the biggest turnout that we've had so far, which is great for the women's
support,
club.
Yeah, and
Yes.
this women's club's a great cause for Fort Myers Beach. But I just encourage the walkers to come out and enjoy
Yeah.
that walking along the beach and that kind of an
There's
environment.
nothing better than that.
It's awesome.
I mean, I like the mountains, but walking on the beach is
But
Yeah.
once
really.
you sign up for it, it's a great motivator to
Yeah.
have
Oh, yeah.
to get
It's
out
so
every
great to
day
see
and do your
everybody
thing.
out
Yeah,
there too. So
if we all stay healthy, we'll be there. Now, at some point, we're going to expect you guys. I know you had a lot of work, but now that you've got it all figured out and you've got it such a smooth operation, your excuse not to
Well-
run is a little bit less now.
I got to give away the
Yeah.
medals. Vice Mayor Jim Matterholt,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you so much,
Appreciate
Jim.
it.
Thank you
Big,
so much. Good
Thanks
to
for all
see
you
you.
do.
great friend of the show for so long, and we appreciate him coming on. And
I know.
he's
Well,
such a
now
nice
that
guy.
I know that they're running,
Get out
I
there.
know I'm out of the first place.
Yeah,
for
we're gonna
sure.
have one of our followers on the show. I can't get his attention, and I'm
Roadkill?
being rude. Roadkill, you're gonna interview with Kim because I have to use the restroom. Come on, have a seat.
You got to have a seat, though.
Have a seat. Move over a little bit.
Are you getting out, dear? All right.
Don't take too long. We'll know what you're doing if you take too long.
All right. So this is one of our listeners who goes by Roadkill.
Absolutely.
So how did you get that name? How did you come by that? I'm guessing it wasn't your birth name.
Well, my mom and dad were kind of weird. No, I wish there was a really good story and I should have a contest to see who can come up with the best thing. But I'm biker trash, as they say. And it was my first night out riding in 1999. And there's like 5 of us sitting at a little establishment listening to some blues music. And it's like, hey, I need a biker name. Yes, you do. You need a biker name.
Oh, a biker name?
Yes,
Yeah.
you gotta have a biker name.
Yeah,
Gotta have a
yeah.
nickname. And as time went on, we're brainstorming, just like you do in business. There's no bad answer. What do you like? I'm kind of a Jimmy Buffett guy, Parrot Head. So we did the Parrot, and somebody said road, and next thing you know, my buddy Barry goes, Roadkill. And everybody froze like deer in headlights.
Ah,
and I'm like,
that's
Roadkill. Roadkill. The rest of the night, they called me Roadkill, and I hog trapper. I got the badge, and next thing you know, I had the license plate, my email, and a few hundred years later here, everybody pretty much calls me Roadkill, except my mom. She can call me whatever she wants.
And so where are you originally from? Tell everybody where you're from.
Milwaukee area. City's called West Dallas.
Up where we were in the summer.
Exactly, just south of where you guys were in Appleton area. And I've lived there most of my life. Lived in Michigan for a little while out of college. I worked for a small little company called General Motors.
Oh, that little thing?
Yeah, a couple people have heard of it. I have things with letters and then GE and various things, engineering, quality manager and stuff, and retired a couple years ago and said, why the hell am I in Wisconsin?
Yeah,
where
no
it's-
kidding.
I mean, Halloween day at 3.5 inches in Milwaukee of snow. And I'm like,
No way.
85 here. I don't know what the problem is with that. So I make sure I let them know, and they let sure they know what they think of me.
Now, how did you first come to be in Fort Myers in this area?
Well, there's actually one of my old neighbors is a snowbird down here.
Oh.
And he was my alderman and lawyer, and we lived together.
Did you get in a lot of trouble? Is that why you needed? Oh, okay.
Divorce lawyer, and he was going through divorce at the same time. So he moved in, and he could keep an eye on his house and his soon-to-be ex-wife. So it worked out good. I just knew a lot of people were down here, so I came and checked out the town with my buddies, and I found a place that I thought was the kind of place I wanted, and I kept coming back and kept coming back. I did the whole coast, and it kept drawing me back to here. And I picked up on you guys probably a couple of years ago because I wanted to learn the vibe of each of the towns.
Right.
And, oh, Eddie's back. We can't talk about him anymore. But I just thought it was a great place. And I've been here a little over 8 months now, and I'm loving it. Still unpacking because, it takes forever. But
now you were at the concert. We were all at the concert at Hammond Stadium. And you got your picture with somebody pretty special.
Yeah, Mac McAnally. I've met him several times before.
You're like old friends?
Well, he is to me, but I'm not to him, But we chatted afterwards for quite a while, and I'm true blue Buffett fan, 32 shows. I have met Jimmy 4 times. The funniest thing is first time we met, I had Jimmy on one arm and my wife on the other arm. We got a picture and we blew it up. Next time we went backstage, he autographed it to us.
Oh, nice.
So
then time went on and got divorced and found the original, blew it up, cut her out of it, and he autographed that one too.
Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you filling in
You
for me
guys are
while I
great.
had it.
And,
Thank you.
Can I buy you a beverage? I know you're not opposed to that.
Maybe after
Well,
the show.
we're almost done.
Okay, I will do that.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you
for all
so
the
much.
coffee. So don't forget your champagne. Now, I wanted to answer Lori's question. Lori, yes, we have age groups, and we have these really nice medals that we get from this, this company that makes.
Did you see they have us up on
oh,
the screen?
geez, that's
I know.
disturbing. No, they have. We have really nice medals. First, second, and third place for every age group. from teens, then it goes, I think it's 20 to 24, 25 to 29, all the way up to 80. We actually had a lady that
Yeah, 85.
she was 85, and we didn't have a medal that went to 85. I think
But
it
it's a
stopped
good
at
point.
80.
I do think we have more walkers than runners.
Yeah.
So please come out. It's just get out there and enjoy it and
This shirt,
participate. And
Yeah.
it's great.
this Joe, this shirt is a medium. I don't know why you're asking that, but this is a medium. And I apologize for having to go to the bathroom during the
Well,
show,
I'm going to
but
have to go soon.
I'm drinking so much water, and I swore off beer.
Yeah, you're trying to lose some weight.
I'm trying to lose. I'm trying to get back into the 170s.
Yeah.
And so this morning I was 183.6.
183.
So I have 4 pounds to go, and really, it's the difference between drinking Blue Moon and not drinking Blue Moon. That's the difference, because that beer will put fat on your midsection.
I'm going to have to trim my arms down. I got to get my arms back in shape now after
So-
that.
No beer for me this weekend, but it is going to be a busy weekend, so it is going to be challenging. So tomorrow's show, of course, and then Sunday we have the cleanup, and then we have the concert. I hope you guys can come down to the concert and see the Echo at 4:00. Marie is going to be there with all of our merchandise set up in the tent. We're going to have our tent set up. Did you figure out how to put the sides up yet? Because the sides cost some money. No sides on the tent, so.
We can do that.
And, that's going to be, we're part of the sponsor of the show along with Wahoo Willie's and Snug Harbor. So there's a ton of crap going on this weekend. Now, here's what I think we should do, because people love your bike ride so much. I think that we should go down to the Historical Society with the truck with the bike on the truck. Now that we have the
When?
attachment Sunday, and then you drive down in the car, right? And then you take the bike and you do your bike ride at 9:00, because people are not going to be happy. You go out and do the bike ride for 45 minutes and then come back and finish the cleanup. We're already there.
And then how do I get home before
The car
thing?
will be here. We'll drive 2 cars. We'll have the truck with the merchandise in it. Marie's going to bring the tent
I
for
don't
4:00.
understand why I have to work 5 jobs and you work 1.
Well, listen, if you got paid a little more at your regular job, we wouldn't have to do all this extra work.
Well, everybody can figure out what I get paid.
I gotta
so
tell you,
that was
can I-
all in the news press.
The news press, well, it's public knowledge, but the news
Yeah.
press printed
It just isn't public knowledge to me what other people make. So
the new, obviously
little
the school
salty.
superintendent. What was his salary? Like $250,000 he
For
makes or
who?
so, for the school superintendent.
I think it was 225, but I
Anyway,
don't remember.
So there's like, I don't know, there was over 1,000, there's like 1,200 employees or something that work for the school district, or it's just, maybe it was
Well,
10,000.
it's
I don't know, it was a lot.
big- I mean,
They listed every
Anyways,
single
go
salary of every single person in the school district. I mean, people love to read that kind of stuff. If you wonder why I ask people during the show how much money they make, because people, they're nosy. They want to know what other people make. I want to know what other people make. I don't know why. Like, I know what you make, and I think
was
it's fine.
looking through our taxes, and in 2010, you were making $77,000, which was pretty good.
Where was
Maybe
I in
it was
2010?
2001. I got to
No,
look back
there was
on our taxes.
actually there was 1 year in my
I'm
life.
gonna let you
interview
do
Daniel.
this one.
There
and
was
I'm
1
gonna
year
go
in
to
my
the restaurant.
life where I made over $100,000 I was living in Elmira, New York, and I was the general manager of 5 radio stations, and I was making over 100,000, and they paid for my house, and they paid for my car, and they paid for my insurance, and I was making so much money, I didn't know what to do with it. Like that
When was
first
that?
that paycheck came out, and it had to be 20 years ago. And I was like, wow, what the hell do you do with all this money? Like, I had no idea what to do with that money. So I'm glad I don't make that anymore. I'm just a dinky podcaster. So
Well,
happy about
you're
that.
running after your passion, so that's great.
Yeah. As long as you're happy at what you do, Daniel, it doesn't matter how
Exactly.
much money you make.
I agree.
But if you
I
want to
agree
donate
that.
some coffees, folks, feel free to do it. So that I know that you still have a big crowd, but not everybody can stay. I know the mayor was a little under the weather, so it was nice for
that's
him to
totally
come.
understandable. We're going to be open for anyone not on the VIP list,
Right.
not in the town council. If they want to come over tonight, please be our guest.
Right.
And,
Earlier on, just so you know, people were walking by and trying to come in, but there was there was a reserved list because of the
Yeah.
grand opening, but now you can come on down if you want to people
Exactly.
watch and you want to hang out, and it's really a nice night too. The weather once
It
that
is.
sun goes down
The
at this
weather
time of
is
the
so
year.
nice tonight, and yeah, we're really happy everybody came.
So, what are people telling you? Like, what's the inside scoop from the people when you walk around? What are they telling you?
Well, big kudos to our kitchen.
Yeah.
I think they're doing a very good job. Everybody's loving our food right now. I just spoke to a gentleman who has tried all of our specialty drinks already.
Is he still standing?
I don't know. Right
How
now,
many specialty drinks do you have?
seven
He-
as of
did he-
right now.
Like, did he small taste them or did he drink them all?
No, he drank them all with,
Wow.
his wife.
That's
So
a
it's
liver I'm
3.5.
glad I don't have.
3.5.
Oh, he shared
I think.
it. Gotcha.
I think he'll be fine. And yeah, so far the feedback's really good, and yeah, hoping to get a couple more people
Well, I
in here.
see. Maybe your people outside don't know to not to
Yeah,
stop
I
those
need to
folks.
tell him.
How about
Bye.
another
Take
big
care.
hand for Fowler? They really kicked ass to.
They did. It's such a great company. The whole process, like behind the scenes,
Yeah.
it's really professional and been a great.
Yeah.
Great
I don't
help.
know if you want to tell your folks that they can come in, or I mean, we can.
I am.
Yeah. Very nice. So, what else do you want people to know that might not have been watching the show at the beginning
Well, we're
about?
still working on our website. If you go to www.mrwavesislandbar.com, our menu just got populated to the website, so you can check it out on the website, see what you might want to order when you come around. Yeah, we're still working on a couple smaller things,
Cool.
but we're so happy to be open. And
Yeah. What else do you have up your sleeve? What's next for you? Now that what else do you have up your sleeve? What do you have planned for
right
next?
right now, make the spa a success. I mean, this is really our main priority, and I mean, we still own 1 or 2 lots on this island. I think after this, to be honest, going to be restoring our own home.
Yeah.
Because we really want to move back to the island, not just because of the bar, but I mean, we became islanders.
Sure.
And
How could you not?
it's really. It's something different living on the mainland,
Yeah.
so we really want to come back.
All right, Daniel. Well, thanks for having us. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you
over
so much
twice.
for coming.
And we're gonna
Thank you guys,
we're gonna-
Mr. Waves.
Yes, Mr.
Let's go,
Waves
let's go.
Island. Is it called Mr. Waves Island Bar? Yes, Mr. Waves Island Bar.
It's right up there.
Gotcha. I could make, it's good that
Take
you
care,
have a little
guys. Thank you
cheat,
so much.
cheat screen for me. Daniel Clarkson is the owner, and we are right at the base of the Matanzas Pass Bridge. And it really was a good turnout tonight. And if you're anywhere in town and you want to come down and check it out,
Yeah.
or if you're on the island and you want to come down and check it out, there's plenty of parking. All right, there's Mike. We wanted to get him on real quick to talk about. He's setting up the bands. Come on, Mike. You got here right at the right time.
Do you want him to sit here and me
Yeah.
to scoot out?
Yeah. So Mike, I'm not even going to try and say your last name. Come on, Mike Fioke. Have a seat and make sure you get the mic nice and close. Now, Mike, you're helping out set up the music at Bayside Park, and this weekend we got the Echo playing at 4:00 at Bayside. So tell us about your business. You're running. You just got off the boat.
I just got off the Nautical Tiki Cruises, which I'm a captain on.
And so right now you only have one. Yeah, one boat.
We have 3.
Oh, now you have 3 boats. I
Yeah,
thought
we
you
have 3 boats.
Did you say you were getting a bigger one in at some point, or?
Yeah, we got an 18 passenger that is here.
Nice.
We're just waiting on our Coast Guard to sign off, and we'll be on the water.
18.
18.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
party boat right
That's
there.
a big boat.
So
Yeah.
tell everybody how many people you get on the boats now.
We have 6 on the smaller boats,
Okay.
and then 18. We have 2 here. We've got 2 here. We have 1 up in Punta Gorda. We got 1 in Almirada.
Nice. And so how can people get in touch with making a reservation? What do they do?
They go online to nauticaltiki.com.
Cool.
And,
You guys getting busy with season and all that?
We're really getting busy now. Yeah, you need to do that. If you're going to book, you need to book.
Right
Don't
now.
think about it.
What does it cost to go? I mean, how long do you go out for?
$49 will get you 90 minutes on the water.
49 per person.
And per person, and that's 90 minutes. And then the sunset cruise is 59. And we just got off a sunset cruise.
Nice.
A beautiful sunset.
Was a great night. Great night tonight. The weather's perfect.
Perfect. It's been perfect all week. Yeah.
So tell everybody about the music. What's going on with that?
So So I'm working with the chamber, the city of Fort Myers, and we have two.
The city of Fort Myers Beach.
Fort Myers Beach. I'm sorry. Yeah.
People don't like when you get that wrong.
Yeah, the city of Fort Myers Beach, the Fort Myers Beach Chamber. Then our main sponsors are Snug Harbor and Wahoo Willie's.
Mm-hmm.
And then our stage sponsors is Beach Talk Radio
and Moss Marina.
And Moss Marina.
Yep, awesome.
And
so you have the Echo this
we
Sunday.
have the Echo, a fabulous band to kick this off. They're,
what kind of genre? What music they going to play?
A classic rock. Most of the bands are going to be classic rock.
Cool. 80s-ish kind of thing?
Yeah. They're a big 80s
nice.
Classic rock band, yeah.
What do you got next week? Next week. What do you got next week?
We're going to have Guilty Pleasure, which is another 5-piece classic rock band. And then following that, we've got King's Chamber, which is a three-person power trio. We have Jacob's Ladder, and we have a band called Riverside coming in.
So right now, what do we have? 5 weeks, 10 weeks? How many?
We have 5 weeks booked right now, but we're booking more.
Right, and it's going to be every Sunday at Bayside Park, which is obviously at the end of Old San Carlos. And right now, Snug Harbor has an outside seating area where you can buy alcohol, and it's right adjacent to the music. You can also obviously see the music from Wahoo Willie's. You just can't walk around on the sidewalks with alcohol unless there's a special permit, which we don't have right now. So
but you have they're going to serve full alcohol, and of course there's plenty of venues to come down here and have a bite to eat.
Right.
And before or after the concert.
Anything else you want people to know about the music?
No, that bring your lawn chair, because there's a nice lawn area for people to enjoy.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you.
And enjoy the music, because we've got some great bands coming in.
And it's free.
Yeah,
that doesn't suck.
Beat that price, right?
No.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Well, thanks for coming on, and we'll see you Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Sunday at 4 o'clock.
All right, Mike is setting up the music, and remember, Nautical Tiki Cruises. Go online and book your cruise or your sunset cruise, and you're going to have a great time with those guys out on the boat. 6-seaters and 18, a big 18 coming down the line. So thanks, Mike. And I guess we're getting ready to wrap it up. We had a big audience watching. You guys are awesome. So much going on this weekend. Tomorrow morning, our show at 11 o'clock. There's the first guest is a lady that has a the word's escaping me. A dog, dear, help me out here. Come here, please. Who she has an emotional. I'm drawing a blank here. The lady with the dog. What kind of dog does she have?
Emotional support dog.
Emotional support dog. And she was denied access. Tomorrow's guest. She was denied access to. I don't. It wasn't like the VFW, but it was something
Moose?
like it was one of the where the veterans go. I don't want to screw it up and accuse somebody of.
Sorry, I'm not.
So she's coming on to explain what's going on with that at 11, and then County Commissioner Brian Hammond is coming on at 11:30. So if you guys have questions about the pier,
about the bathrooms, definitely want to know about
there's
that.
good news about the bathrooms. Crescent Park, Bowditch Beach, the Matanzas Pass Preserve, those are all county properties. You should come to the show and you should talk to Brian, because he really loves Fort Myers Beach, and he's really been a big help when it comes to getting things done, along with Ray Sandelli.
Matanzas Pass Preserve, I went out there a lot. I get it's probably not on the top of the priority list, but it was really nice. So
that's and then the cleanup. If you want to come by on Sunday and help us clean up the Historical Society, the before and after pictures that we're going to have for that are going to be outstanding. And we do have a little extra money left over from your donations that we're going to turn over to them, because they're a 501c3. And then the concert on Sunday. So we appreciate. By the way, everybody that comes to the cleanup, you get a free drink with a lunch purchase at Wahoo Willie's afterwards. So we're just keeping everything flowing down here on Fort Myers Beach. So it was a great turnout tonight, and it was great to see all the familiar faces and meet some new people. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. We will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, from Wahoo Willie's.
All right, go ahead, dear.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all for tuning in.